At the beginning of the movie, we see a girl named Malina who has been unconscious for a long time. When she regains consciousness, she finds herself in the trunk of a car. She tries repeatedly to escape since the trunk is slightly open, but she fails each time because her body isn't functioning properly. Then she sees a man coming there, whose name is Max. Max is a drug addict and also a kidnapper who has kidnapped Malina. Malina saw her phone in the garbage bag, which Max was about to throw so that she could not contact anyone. As Max gets close to the car, Malina picks up the phone, quickly comes back inside the trunk, and pretends to be unconscious because she didn't want Max to know that she had regained consciousness. Then Max locks the trunk again and leaves for his next journey. Now we will know later how Malina got stuck here. Malina tries to call her friend Enno in the trunk because they have gone on a journey together, but poor Malina is now stuck in the trunk. When Enno doesn't pick up the phone many times, Malina gets worried about what to do now. She doesn't even know if Enno is okay or not. Then she saw Enno's cap there, which made her even more worried that Max might have done something terrible to him. In this anxiety, Malina tries to get out of the trunk as soon as possible, but there is no use. Meanwhile, Malina got a call from her friend. Malina tells her about her condition, that I am stuck in the trunk. I am kidnapped and Enno is also missing, but her friend doesn't believe this and thinks that Malina is joking. Still, her friend sends her some links in which it is written how to get out of the trunk. Malina tries to get herself out of the trunk in those ways, but there is no use. Poor Malina gets sad and thinks, where am I stuck? Later, she thinks that she should call the police so that the police know something about me and they come here, but there is no network on the phone, so the police don't get a call. Then she saw a camera in the trunk, which was her own. She took that camera to record the memories of her journey, but poor she is now kidnapped by kidnapper Max in a video recorded by the camera. Malina finds out how she got stuck in the trunk. When Malina and Enno went on a journey, Enno fought with Max about something. Max was an evil person, so he pointed a gun at them and forced Malina into the car. He gave Malina water, which she didn't want to drink, but was forced to under the threat of a gun. Malina fainted after drinking the water, and when she regained consciousness, everything you saw had already happened, means she found herself in the trunk. After a while, Malina's phone finally got a signal. She immediately calls the police and tells them everything. On the other hand, a female detective picks up Malina's phone. The detective asks her about her location. Malina tries her best to find out from her location app, but poor luck does not support her here either. The network is so weak that she doesn't get the location in detail, and the location she got is so far that it takes a lot of time to find it. Until then, this insane Max could have done something with Malina. The detective convinces her that we will find you and release you. Then Malina's dad called, who tells her, what is this drama? Son, I had forbidden you that you should not have a relationship with that man Enno, and now you want to run away from home? You are asking me for money by pretending to be a fake kidnapper. Don't fool me. I know this is your drama, so that you can run away with that Enno by taking the money. Hearing this, Malina is surprised that what is dad thinking about me? Malina understands that all this is done by Max. She was surprised because she had not mentioned taking money from her dad, and neither Did she say anything about such a work? So she understands that this work is definitely done by kidnapper Max, the one who is asking for money. She tries to explain to her dad that everything is a lie. Dad, I am really in trouble. Please listen to me. Save me. I am kidnapped. Hearing this, her dad starts to believe that Malina is telling the truth. So he convinces her, Son, don't worry. I will get you out of Max's custody. In the next scene, when Malina checks her body well, she realizes why she was not able to walk. Actually, Max had removed his kidney. He had not even closed Malina's wound and the blood was flowing slowly. Malina was so worried about saving her life that she did not even realize that one of her kidneys had been removed. Actually, Malina was a doctor herself, so she knew what to do in such a situation. She tried to burn the wound by using a lighter so that the blood flow could be reduced. The wound was more painful than burning. She starts to scream but stops herself because if she screams, Max will know that Malina has come to her senses. Malina works very bravely. First of all, she hears Enno's voice in her mobile and hears it because she feels a little less pain while remembering him. That means she loved him very much. After that, Malina makes a hole with her earring with her wound and tries to stop the blood by putting the shoelace in the hole because she starts to stitch the wound, which was very painful, but Malina tries to bear her pain by pressing Enno's cap in her teeth. Then finally she did it with great difficulty. After tying the shoelace, she saw that it has stopped bleeding. After a while, the detective calls Malina again and asks if she found a new place nearby. Then Malina feels that Max is pouring petrol in the car because she heard the sound of pouring petrol. Malina tells this to the detective. So the detective tells her, Look, try to make noise. There must be more people at the petrol pump. If they hear your voice, they will definitely help. Malina starts to scream after hearing this, but no one hears her voice. Yes, but Max heard her voice because there was no one else at the petrol pump. Max opens the trunk and tells Malina, It's a good experience to kidnap me, and what do you think? You will be able to get out of my way so easily? It won't happen. So listen to me and keep quiet. This will be better for you. Otherwise, I will end your game right here. Malina gets scared after hearing this and tries to hide her phone because if Max finds out that she has a phone, then he can kill her right now. By mistake, Malina's phone was on the speaker and the detective's voice starts to be heard more. To stop that voice, Malina screams loudly so that Max doesn't doubt. Malina's scream makes Max angry and he closes the trunk again. She gets relaxed that she is saved. The detective tells Malina that according to your location, we have sent police officers to the petrol pump to save you. Malina was also asks for Max's car number, but Malina doesn't know the car number, which will make the police job a little difficult. Hearing this, Malina gets more scared that maybe I am going to die now and no one will be able to save me, but the detective convinces Malina that we will save you. You just keep talking. This will reduce your fear. Malina tells the detective about herself and Enno. The police are also trying to find Enno, but Enno's whereabouts are not known. In the next scene, Malina sees a small box inside the trunk in which some tools are kept. She picks up a tool and breaks the backlights of the car so that she can tell people outside that she is trapped there. It is raining heavily outside That's why water comes into the trunk. Malina drinks that water and quenches her thirst. When the car stops at the signal, Malina sees the police behind the car, and with the light on, she takes out her hand. She tries to signal that she is trapped inside. The police also see her, but Max also understands this. He immediately takes the car to the other side and crashes into some cars, which led to an accident, but still, he escapes the police. Now, due to such a strong push of the car, Malina starts bleeding again. She finds out on the phone that Max has brought her out of the city. Malina now believes that I am going to die. She panics. After a while, the detective calls her and says, "We are behind you. Don't worry," but Malina gets angry and she tells the detective, "By the time you find me, Max must have killed me. You can't do anything. Since when have you been giving false hope? We're on our way. We are behind you. We will save you. I am fed up." Malina breaks a glass in anger. Then she takes out a piece and sees the shadow of the number plate of the car, and finally, she finds out the number of the car. She feels a surge of happiness and sees a glimmer of hope, believing that this car's number will lead to it being stopped and checked and Malina will be saved. But before she can tell the detective, Enno calls. Seeing this, she is very happy that Enno is still alive. He tells Malina to do as he says, otherwise, he will kill both of us, so don't tell the police about the number or this. The detective calls again. She tells that your dad has given the money, but the kidnapper hasn't called yet, and neither has he told me about your location. Malina gets worried. What does Max want now? He has got the money, so what does he want to do with me? On Enno's request, Malina doesn't tell the detective about the number of the car because she is afraid that if she tells, then Max will kill both of them. After a while, Max's car stops at the checkpost where the police are checking every car. If Malina had told the police the number of the car, then she could have been saved here, but made a mistake on Enno's request. After that, Malina calls Enno again and asks him about his condition. At that time, she hears a strange voice. The voice that was coming from Enno's phone shook her. She understands that Enno is in Max's car. Malina is taken aback, shocked by the coincidence of how Enno is also in Max's car. Malina calls the detective and asks for the number of the man who called his dad for money, and this number is not anyone else's but Enno's. Now Malina understands that all this is Enno's idea. Enno is behind this kidnapping done by Max. She understands that this is a conspiracy, and for the sake of this Enno, I didn't tell anything to the police. He deceived me. Malina asks Enno, "Why did you do this to me?" Enno says, "If you know everything, there is no point in hiding. I gave money to Max for your kidnapping because I had a lot of debt on me, and you are the daughter of a rich man. I don't know why your father doesn't like me, that's why he doesn't give me any money. I didn't mean to take out your kidney, but Max said that you will get a good amount for your kidney. That's why I did this. Sorry, my love. Now after getting the money, Max will not leave you because you have seen his face. That's why no one can save you now." Malina is surprised to hear all this, that he did all this with me just for some money. She says, "If you had asked, I would have given you everything." Then she says, "I will pray that no one gets a child and father like you. You know I'm going to be a mother, your child's mother. By killing me, you would also be killing your child." Hearing this, Enno was shocked. He didn't know that he was going to be a father. Now Enno doesn't understand what to do. He says to Max, "I will give you more money. Just leave Malina alive," but Max says, "Sorry, now nothing can be done. She has seen my face, that's it. If you say anything more, I will kill you along with her." But Enno was determined to save his child at any cost. That's why he pushes Max and disbalances the car. After attacking Max, he immediately pulls Malina out of the trunk. She's thrilled to see him even now. But Max comes from behind and shoots Enno. The bullet passed through his chest, due to which Enno died. After this, Max again puts Malina in the trunk and also puts Enno's dead body in the trunk so that both can be put together. Malina is sorry to see Enno that I loved such a greedy and selfish person. She says, "I won't let Max live. If I have to die to ensure that, so be it." In the trunk, Malina pulled out a tool and stuck it in the tire. As the tool gets stuck in the tire, the car gets into a terrible accident. The car falls straight into the water and Max's game ends here, but Malina's fate works here. Due to the accident, the car breaks down and the trunk also opens. Malina somehow manages to save her own life and floats to the surface just as the police arrive, but she wonders, what's the point now? Because Malina had already killed Max and she was also freed thanks to her courage. The movie concludes here.